you to everyone for coming. We are ready to begin the program. Graduates and guests, faculty and staff, please rise as we welcome and honor the LSU Law class of 2022 with a rendition of Pomp and Circumstance performed by the LSU School of Music. The 2022 3L class president, Austin Paldorf, will present the ceremonial mace. Good afternoon. I'm Leanne Wheelis-Lockridge. It's my distinct honor to be serving as Interim Dean of the Louisiana State University Paul M. Hebert Law Center. And on behalf of the students, faculty, and staff at the Law Center, I am excited to welcome each and every one of you here at the PMAC to our commencement ceremony for 2022, and also to welcome everyone watching the live stream from everywhere else. To open our ceremony, I invite you to remain standing for our national anthem performed by Carrie Wilson and the LSU School of Music. Please be seated. I now invite Alex Domingue to provide the student welcome. Alex is the 2022 Student Bar Association Executive President. Alex earned his bachelor's degree in criminal justice from the University of Louisiana at Lafayette. Although the pandemic presented us all with a very different student experience and the student groups perhaps more than anyone else, Alex and his fellow officers have still provided our student body with strong leadership and great opportunities, and I've enjoyed working with them through both the ups and the downs. Alex?
Good evening. It is my honor to welcome all of you to the commencement ceremony of the 2022 graduating class of the Paul and Mayberry Law Center. First, on behalf of the graduating class, I would like to thank our friends and family that are here today, and to those who could not attend for helping us reach this point. There is no doubt that without your support, we would not have succeeded in completing our law school journey. Second, to the faculty and administration of the Paul and Mayberry Law Center. Despite any difference of opinions we may have had along the way, I know that without your assistance, our class would not have prevailed through the COVID era, and we would certainly not be sitting here today. Now to the class of 2022. We are educated. Our certification is in our degree. Now we naturally think of this degree as our ticket to the good life, but I want to offer an alternative view. What if we instead look at this degree as our ticket to change the world? When we entered our 1L year, we were full of hope and excitement as we began to explore all of the opportunities that PMH had to offer. We quickly turned our colleagues into friends, our extracurricular activities into a means of relaxation, and our education into an invigorating challenge. Unfortunately, however, just as we were getting our footing at PMH, the COVID era crept in. Now we all know the hardships that came along with the COVID era, but I would like to highlight the positive that came out of that time. As the world returned to normal toward the beginning of our 3L year, we had three options in how we would approach our last year at PMH. First option was to lay down and let the year pass by, hoping that no other life-changing events would occur, and to simply count down the days until we were done. The second option was to attempt to return PMH to the normal that it had been before the COVID era, whether that be for the good or for the bad. And then there was option three. This option was to take hold of our last year at PMH as our ticket to an opportunity to not only return PMH to the way it was before the COVID era, but to make it that much better. In other words, we had the opportunity to leave our mark on PMH by giving it a new normal that future generations of students at this law center could build upon. Now I'm proud to say that our class chose option three. This choice is evident through a multitude of feats accomplished by our colleagues, our friends, throughout the past year. We can see this choice play out by looking at the Barristers Bowl captains who went above and beyond to raise over $10,000 for a worthy charity. We can see it through Meredith Smith and Parker Hall revitalizing the Safety and Sustainability Committee to ensure that it benefited all of the students of this law center. Or even by watching Chance Carter maximize the Public Interest Law Society in ensuring that the society fully benefited the underserved and the underprivileged. And these are just a few feats of the many. Most importantly, though, we can see this choice play out by watching our colleagues this past year inspire those who are coming behind us to reach their full academic and social potential as students of the Paul and Mayberry Law Center. Our class utilized the opportunity of a return from the COVID era as our ticket to change this law center for the better. Now the time has come for us once again to take hold of an opportunity and use it as our ticket to make change. Whether we use our degree to change our community, our profession, or our world, remember that you have succeeded in making positive change before, and you can certainly do it again. Class of 2022, it has been an honor and a privilege to serve as your executive president this past year. But it has been an even bigger honor to watch all of you bring positive change to our beloved law center. I look forward to seeing how you utilize your degree to change this world for the better, and I cannot wait to hear of your successes in the years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. Now I am pleased to introduce some of the special guests who have joined us here today. Would each of you please stand as your names are called? We have Dr. Matt Lee, Interim Executive Vice President and Provost of LSU. With Allison Jones of Downer Jones, Marino, and Wilhite in Shreveport, Louisiana, LSU Law Class of 1985, and today's commencement speaker. From the Law Center, we have Associate Dean Andrea Carroll and Assistant Dean of Students Jake Henry. Professor Ray Diamond, 2022 Professor of the Year elected by the SBA. Monica Aguilera, Student Body President at LSU Alexandria and student member of the LSU Board of Supervisors. And we have Patrick Morrow, LSU Law Class of 1972 and member of the LSU Board of Supervisors. It's over there. Mr. Morrow is here today in particular as a Golden grad, celebrating with his law classmates as we honor the LSU Law Class of 1972. They are here to celebrate their 50th year reunion. We are also honoring the law classes of 1970 and 1971 who were unable to participate as Golden grads these past 2 years because of the pandemic. We hope today will be meaningful to all of our Golden graduates and a great reminder of their years at the Law Center. A luncheon was held earlier today to honor all the Golden graduates from the classes of 1970, 1971, and 1972, and we're delighted to have a few of them in attendance at this ceremony. Would you please join me in recognizing and paying tribute to the LSU Law Golden graduates? I now want to recognize my colleagues, the outstanding faculty of the LSU Law Center. These individuals are the teachers and scholars who are vital to the mission of the Law Center. These professors educate and mentor our students. Please join with me in applauding our faculty for their dedication to our students and to the Law Center. I also want to give a special recognition to our adjunct faculty, all of whom are listed in your program, and a few of whom are here. They are distinguished attorneys and judges who generously share their time, talent, knowledge, and wisdom with our students to provide a more enriching academic experience. Please join me in thanking them for their contributions to the Law Center. And last, but certainly not least, I want to recognize and thank the staff of the Law Center, who are remarkable individuals and together an incredible team. They are the ones who have brought this commencement ceremony to fruition. Many of our staff are here today, sprinkled all around, and I ask that you join me in recognizing and thanking them in particular for making this day possible. One more. Graduates, I'm going to turn to you. Small favor. You can do it. Just one. You're very independent, and I know you do everything yourself, but really, many people have worked with you, beside you, surrounding you, and contributing to your success and everything you have accomplished to make it here today. Those people do include our faculty and staff, but also your family and your friends. These people up here with you in person, and some of the ones who are watching you on the live stream, others are with you in spirit. So I'm going to invite you to recognize all of them right now with a round of applause from you. Thank you for that indulgence, grads. Let me now also recognize and thank the class of 2022. Thank you to you for your class gift. Each year, y'all know this, but they don't, The graduating class collaborates with the Alumni Office in the Leave a Legacy campaign to commemorate the transition from student to alumni status. This year's class, these fine folks out here, selected a popular local muralist, Ellen Ogden, to create an art piece representative of the relationship between the Law Center, Baton Rouge, and the state of Louisiana. This work of art is going to enliven the walls of the Law Center and enliven the lives of students, faculty, and staff who occupy the building. So grads, thank you. And I get to say a couple more things, and then I'll sit down. Well, class, we made it. Congratulations. I cannot say that enough times. I said it to a bunch of you last night, and I'm going to say it to all of you again today. Congratulations. Back in August 2019, when you started on your journey here, you didn't have any idea what was coming in that first year. No first year does, but really neither did I or anybody else in this building have any idea what was coming in that first year. Either during your 1L orientation or on your first day of contracts, depending on which section you're in, many of you, 2/3 to be exact, did an exercise with me about why, your individual personal why, you came to law school. And those of you who didn't, the other third, just think about why. Why'd you come? And I asked you to write that down on a note card. Why did you come instead of devoting 3 years of your life to some other worthwhile endeavor? Because there's lots of things you could have been doing. Do you remember why? Why law? Why travel this path? Who and what kind of person did you see yourself becoming? So, if you still have that little card you wrote on, go look at it when you get home. Or just think about it. Have you changed? Did you change your why over the last 3 years? If you did, that's fine. I sure did when I was in law school. The important part of that exercise from 3 years ago is to get you to memorialize that for yourself before the stresses of law school and life can knock you off your course. Law students and lawyers, like everyone else, can follow other people's goals and live other people's lives if they lose track of their inner why or forget who they are. They forget. It's just important to be you. You, just be you. So today, I just want to ask you, what's your why for the next 3 years? Because it can be different, or that may be too much. I think it might have been for me, sitting in a chair. So how about 1 year? What's your why for the next 1 year? Who will you be? Just think about that and write it down on a, Post-it note when you get home. And so if you get knocked off track, you can look at it and help get yourself back on. Which is not to say change is avoidable. Change can be good or great. But make sure you are the one changing your why, not someone else. But you know as well as everyone else that change is part of life. Because when you started in 2019, who would have thought you would finish your year in pajamas from home? And you did. While the pandemic had plenty of negatives, as Alex said, it also, as Alex said, had plenty of positives. It taught us to be adaptable and resilient to the ever-changing world around us, and it cemented the value of personal connections and of community. You all were able to grab that in the fall of 2019 with one another before you left, so you had it when you got back. The education you gained at LSU Law over the past 3 years is a key part of what has prepared you to adapt in our dynamic world. You've grown a lot in these 3 years. You can assess things from multiple perspectives, with analytical rigor, with depth. Don't forget that's an exciting thing you've learned to do. Not everybody can do that, and you can. But don't forget the things you learned outside the classroom about adaptability and resilience and connection and community. Well, and that's it from me. So congratulations on staying on course and making it here today. You join a long line of distinguished graduates of the Law Center, like these folks over here. They're some of the best lawyers in the country. Our graduates are leaders in government, business, nonprofit, and many other endeavors, and you join them. I trust you will take the education and training you received here and the unique why that is inside of every one of you and go forth and do great things. And now I'm going to recognize the 2022 Professor of the Year. Every year, the Student Bar Association elects one of our colleagues to receive the honor, and all active faculty at the Law Center are eligible. This year, the student body has selected Professor Ray Diamond as the 2022 Professor of the Year. Professor Diamond. There you go. Professor Diamond is the James Carville Alumni and Jules F. and Francis L. Landry Distinguished Professor of Law. This is going to get long. Feel free to stand, but I'm going to laud you for a while, okay? All right. The SBA offered this special message to and about Professor Diamond. And I quote, "If you get lucky, you'll have Professor Diamond at least once before you graduate is something we've all been told. From the compelling lectures, thought-provoking speeches, and the best life stories, students leave each class feeling more than just a law student. Professor Diamond empowers, pours into, and leads others to be better than who they were yesterday. There are few classroom atmospheres that are challenging yet welcoming, and his is one of them. As one of the most accessible professors inside and outside of the classroom, there's never a time when you don't feel seen or heard. He has adapted to the COVID-19 pandemic in his academic and personal life seamlessly. Professor Diamond, thank you for being here for us, making us laugh in class, and supporting us in the intense journey that law school is. You make the toughest subjects understandable, but more importantly, you make us into better student lawyers." Thank you, Ray.
Thank you.
And now I get to introduce your commencement speaker, Allison Jones. Allison is LSU Law Class of 1985, a prominent civil rights and employment law attorney at Downer Jones Marina Wilhite in Shreveport, Louisiana. Throughout her distinguished career, Allison has settled, mediated, and litigated hundreds of employment law and civil rights cases, several of which have garnered national attention. In particular, she is known for her expertise in the field of gender discrimination and gender equality. Since 2015, she has also served as an instructor for the LSU Law Trial Advocacy Program. She also serves as chair of the LSU Law Dean's Council. She frequently speaks at seminars and publishes in local and state bar journals. She's a senior fellow with the Litigation Council of America, an invitation-only trial lawyer honorary society representing less than 0.5% of American lawyers. Fellows are selected and invited into the fellowship after being evaluated for effectiveness and accomplishment in litigation and trial work, along with their ethical reputation. Please join me in welcoming Allison Jones as today's commencement speaker.
Thank you, Dean Lockridge. To the faculty, family members, and friends of today's graduates, welcome. It is my absolute honor to be here with you on this joyful occasion and to deliver the commencement address to this incredible student body. In 1985, I sat right where you were sitting. My husband, now of 37 years, was my fiance at the time, and he shared that experience with me. In 1989, I sat in the audience and I watched my two siblings, Matt Jones and Pam Jones, graduate, and I got to experience that joy. In 2012, I sat in the audience as the mother of Joshua Downer, and I was awfully proud for doing that. And in 2019, I got to sit in the audience as the mother of 2019 graduate Stephen Downer, and I was really proud of doing that. I think it's fair to say that my family has a lot of interesting Christmases and Thanksgivings. But as I prepared for today, it surprised me. I sure have been to a lot of these commencement ceremonies. And the thing about it is, no matter how many of these ceremonies I am fortunate enough to attend and participate in, each one is special and deeply moving in its own right. In preparing to be the speaker today, it further occurred to me that each time I sat where everyone sits here today, I was so preoccupied with what was going on at the time, praying that I didn't trip when I went to get my degree, thinking about where I could get that perfect picture of my sibling or my child, that now I can't really remember what any of those commencement speakers said. And I'm sure they were all incredible speakers. What I do recall remembering is that I had dinner plans or lunch plans, and that I was hopeful that the speaker would be brief, and I was very appreciative when they were. With that said, I will strive to be memorable in my remarks, but I will strive even harder to be brief. Because I have attended so many of these commencement ceremonies, and in such differing roles as a graduate, a sibling, and a parent, I feel confident that I know how everyone here feels today. Everyone here feels proud, and you should feel that way. To the friends and family present today to show support for this incredible law school class of 2022, you've already heard a little bit about this class, but let me tell you a little bit more. This is the class who first faced the COVID-19 public health emergency. In March of 2020, in the middle of their spring semester of their 1L year, this class had their entire law school experience turned upside down. And they were notified that they could no longer attend classes in person and were to go online. Normal law school interaction changed. That disruption not only included the normal workplace instruction or law school instruction, but it also affected workplace and clerkship experiences and field placements. Many public offices at the time, courtrooms, law firms, hadn't really returned to normal business. And so this class had an impediment to getting the normal job opportunities that other classes before it had. This class faced hurdles that no other class had faced before. Lingering effects of the pandemic continued during the remainder of this law school class's experience, but still this class achieved. It learned to participate in classes, moot court, mock trials, dispute resolution competitions through virtual technology. In fact, it used technology in ways that had never before been imagined in legal education. And in doing so, the class excelled. It brought home national titles from mock trial advocacy competitions. It completed the Flory and Tullis advocacy competitions. Working with partner organizations, these graduate students sought out every learning opportunity and field placement they could, such that last summer, LSU Law saw one of the largest field placements of students since the class of 2012. And this class did it during a pandemic. They also completed and excelled at their academic studies, such that they all sit here today ready to be awarded the greatest of all degrees, a law degree. Those are the amazing accomplishments, and this class is to be congratulated for their resilience, their determination, their perseverance, and their success. And to each parent, family member, and friend present today, when you hug your graduate tonight to congratulate them, do so knowing too that with your support, either emotionally, financially, or both, you have contributed to their success. I will challenge the law school graduates in just a few minutes, but first I want to extend sort of a unique challenge to the family members and friends in attendance tonight. Recently, I attended the Garth Brooks concert held in Tiger Stadium. Did anybody attend that? It was amazing. To anyone who attended it, they know that it was an amazing experience. But there was one song that happens to be my favorite of Garth Brooks that he did not sing. It's a song titled "Send 'Em On Down the Road," and it has a message that I believe all family members can embrace. It is time to let go and watch these graduates fly. The chorus of that song always makes me emotional. And if I get emotional when I read it, I apologize because I think of my own children. The hardest thing I ever learned was you can't cry for them, live and die for them. You can help them find their wings, but you can't fly for them. Because if they're not free to fail, they're not free at all. And though you can't bear the thought of letting go, you pick them up, you dust them off, and you send them on down the road. Today, family members and friends, my challenge to you is to let go of these graduates and let this LSU Law class of 2022 send them on down the road. It's time for them to walk that walk. So what then can I tell the LSU class of 2022 to prepare and challenge them for their future? I wish to share 4 things. You don't have to take notes. Just listen. I promise I'll try to keep it brief. The first 2 things are lessons that I will share with you that I've learned after practicing law for 37 years. And the second 2 things are challenges that I will issue to you. The first thing is a lesson that I learned throughout 37 years is that you don't know everything, and that's okay. You've learned an awful lot here at LSU Law, but you yet don't know everything, and it's okay to be simultaneously proud of your accomplishments and anxious about your own future. You don't have to know what your entire career plan is today. Some of you may think you do, and you may very well, but you probably don't. And odds are most of you don't really even have a clue of what your career plan is going to be, and that unknown likely causes you some anxiety. But here's the thing. You don't need to know your entire career plan today. You just need to know that you are prepared to take the next step. Your career path will be unveiled for you in time. In most cases, that career path finds you. And let me explain how I know this. When I entered law school in 1982, the Equal Rights Amendment failed to be ratified. That bothered me, but I'm not sure that there was much I could do about it at the time, and frankly, at that point in my life, I'm not sure I understood the significance of it. When I graduated law school in 1985, sexual harassment had not been recognized as a cause of action. The Civil Rights Act had not been amended to allow for significant damages or jury trials. Neither the Americans with Disabilities Act nor the Family Medical Leave Act had yet been enacted. I could not have imagined the terms my legal career would take, and I didn't even come close to knowing what to expect. I just knew that I had to take the next step, which was to first pass the bar, then try to find a job, and finally allow myself to be open to learning as much as possible as my career developed. It worked for me, and I took the law as it developed, and I challenged myself to pursue cases under laws as they developed. And they were laws that didn't even exist when I sat in your chair. So after you hug your family members or friends tonight, just take a deep breath. Control your anxiety, allow yourself to be in the moment, savor the joy and pride that you feel today. Tomorrow you can worry about the next step. Today, enjoy the moment. The second thing I learned from practicing for 37 years is that you will make mistakes. Nobody likes to hear that, but it will happen. We live in a world where we criticize people because of mistakes we made. Sometimes there exists a disincentive to the allowance of growth and remediation that results from a mistake. It's nice to believe that perfectionism is possible, but it is not. Trust me when I tell you that as a law student, I made mistakes. I am continuing to make mistakes as a lawyer. You will make mistakes. It is inevitable. Nobody likes to hear it, but it will happen. Mistakes, however, should be embraced as an opportunity to gain insight. It is not the making of a mistake that defines you. What defines you as a lawyer and a person is how you respond to that mistake. What insight did you gain? What did you learn? Did you honestly face the challenges? can you make yourself better because of that mistake? In fact, I like to tease with my husband, with whom I have practiced for 37 years, that I've learned so much from my mistakes that I don't want to retire. I'm thinking about making a few more. I now turn to the challenges you will face. I can tell you that at some point in your career, you will be faced with a case that challenges your conscience. One of my favorite stories was written by William Faulkner, entitled Intruder in the Dust. It is a story that combines a murder mystery with an exploration of race relations in the South. In that story, a young, white, 16-year-old boy searches for a murderer to save his wrongly accused African-American friend. And in doing so, he enlists the aid of his lawyer uncle, who, when that man asks his lawyer uncle, after the case works out, if helping with the defense of his friend made him feel righteous, the uncle responded as follows: "Yes, some things you must always be unable to bear. Some things you must never stop refusing to bear. Injustice and outrage and dishonor and shame, no matter how young you are or how old you are. You have got to just not bear it. Not for kudos, not for cash, not for your picture in the paper, not for money in the bank either. Just refuse to bear it." What an incredible lesson taught by a fictional uncle to his fictional nephew. But is it a lesson that can guide you in your legal career? You will find something in your career that you're just unable to bear. Outrage, dishonor, or shame, injustice. It may happen early in your career, it may happen late, but it will happen. LSU Law School has prepared you for that inevitability. And as a result of the degree that you have earned today, you too can feel the righteousness that comes with using your law degree to do good. Having the courage to do that justice is the challenge. You are given the law degree today, but do you have the courage? Alan Paton wrote in a South African hymn seeking the courage to do justice as follows: "Let me not be afraid to defend the weak because of the anger of the strong, nor afraid to defend the poor because of the anger of the rich. Show me where love and hope and faith are needed, and use me to bring them to those places." That too is my prayer for this class. Finally, I warn each of you that the world will challenge you in ways that you cannot yet see. But this class has earned the resilience and the determination that prepares you for it. As I pointed out earlier in this address, the LSU Law Class of 2022 has excelled in the face of unprecedented challenges. If I were to think of two words that define this class, those two words would be resilience and determination. These characteristics will serve this class well as it enters a world that is full of chaos created by a pandemic, uneven economic growth, civil rights that are currently being hotly debated, and disruption in a world that has recently been caused by the actions of a dictator as an assault on democracy and human rights. I wish we were handling you a better state of affairs, but you must be prepared to join, and you are being given the decree to join that fight. Everyone here could be depressed, overwhelmed, or less than optimistic about your future, but I am not. I am hopeful and I am optimistic. The resilience and determination that define your entire class make me so hopeful for your future and for the future of democracy, civil rights, and human rights in general. Your resilience and determination tell me that this class is ready to take on our world. On March 27, 1958, when our nation was on the brink of beginning to address civil rights in racial and gender discrimination, a war in Vietnam, and other disruptive issues, Eleanor Roosevelt addressed the United Nations to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. In doing so, she observed as follows: "Where, after all, do universal human rights begin? In small places, close to home, so close and so small that they cannot be seen on any maps of the world, yet they are the world of the individual person, the neighborhood he lives in, the school or college he attends, the factory, farm, or office, every man and woman, such are the places where every man, woman, and child seek equal justice, equal opportunity, equal dignity without discrimination. Unless human rights have meaning there, they have little meaning anywhere. What an insightful observation. For indeed, civil rights and human rights, the rights to equal justice, equal opportunity, and equal dignity without discrimination, begin with you. And they begin right here. Because unless human rights and civil rights begin in our neighborhood, or our schools, or even our colleges, such as LSU, which is currently grappling with those issues, our nation cannot set the example for the world with authenticity. What is really interesting to me is that Eleanor Roosevelt gave that speech, but she titled that speech, "In Your Hands." Think about those 3 words, in your hands. While the world presents you with many challenges, the success of our fight for human rights, equal justice, equal opportunity, and equal dignity without discrimination is actually, as Ms. Roosevelt titled in her speech, in your hands. I wish I could tell you that the work on civil rights was done, but there is still so much more work to do. But when I think of a group of people to whom the In Your Hand challenge should be issued, I cannot think of a better group of people than the resilient, determined LSU law class of 2022. I feel comfortable at first joining you and eventually leaving the fight for civil and human rights in your hands. And in doing so, I feel incredibly optimistic about your future and the future of our world. You have so much to be proud of today. Your future awaits. May the road that we are letting you go and sending you down be paved with many adventures and much success. Would everyone please join me in congratulating the LSU Law Class of 2022. Go Tigers and forever LSU.
Thank you, Allison. We appreciate your time and your wisdom and everything you've shared with us today. On behalf of the Law Center faculty and staff and the class of 22, thank you so much. And now we come to the time you all have been waiting for, and really the main reason we are here today. Before we begin, I'll tell you just a little about the academic regalia worn today. Why are we wearing funny hats and robes and all this good stuff? Degree candidates, the robes you wear today have these bell-shaped sleeves with 3 velvet chevrons, which indicate the wearer has received or will receive a doctoral degree. The academic hood that will be placed on you today indicates an advanced degree and denotes scholarly and professional achievement. The colors of the hood signify both your academic discipline and the college or university from which you received your degree. The purple and gold in the fold of the hood, in your lap there, signifies LSU. The outside of the hood is trimmed in purple velvet, royal purple, indicating that law is the supreme authority in our system of government and your degree is in law. Although PhD students have been hooded at commencement at LSU for many years, and some of us on this faculty participated in commencement ceremonies of this type, a hooding, at our own law schools, we at LSU Law actually only adopted this physical hooding in more recent years. It's a ceremonial act that we thought would add some pomp and circumstance to further signify your having completed our advanced degree program, either the JD or the LLM, and for having really earned that velvet trimmed hood symbolizing your degree. You should wear those robes and hoods with pride as you cross the stage today, because you have earned them. And now, on behalf of the faculty of the Law Center, it gives me great pleasure to present these degree candidates for the Juris Doctor degree, the Graduate Diploma in Comparative Law, and the Master of Laws degree. As directed by the staff, I'm going to ask all the degree candidates to come to the stage to be individually recognized. The reading of the roll will be called by Associate Dean Andrea Carroll, and academic hooding will be performed by Jake Henry, Assistant Dean of Students, and Professor Ray Diamond, the 2022 Professor of the Year.
First, today we will recognize candidates for the degree of Master of Laws. Grace Annie Chinto. Candice Inez DeHanshaworker. Maria Grace de Lima. Kelly Alice Lucien Guerre. Marvin G.H. Martinez. Clara Millet Guerin. And now we recognize candidates for the Juris Doctor or for the Juris Doctor and Graduate Diploma in Comparative Law. Lauren Victoria Abington. Ashley Inez Moulton Alquist. Allie Jude Amadei. Bailey E. Anderson. LaQuinn Gennaro Andrus. Beatrice Carolina Applequist. Michael Joseph Austin. Mary Eliza Baker. Kennedy Olson Beal. Casey Jordan Bell. Andre Patrick Bellafontaine. Bradley Thomas Benton. Tyler Brandon Bergeron. Bayon Biazar. Heidi Brooke Bieber. Jacques Paul Biggs. Ariana Marianne Birdsall. Shannon Marie Blackwood. Tom Michael Bleichner, Jr. Anastasia Virginia Borish. Joseph Austin Bustani. Madeline Elise Bro. Caitlin Renee Brinson. Caroline A. Broussard. Cassandra Marie Buer. Valkyrie Eliona Buffa. Raven Alexandria Burnett. Caroline Elise Campagna. Kevin Chance Carter. Anna T. Catalanato. Andrew Kaiser Shinver. Parker Michael Christian. Emma Catherine Clark. Ethan S. Cram. Bailey Renee Cranford. Alyssa Glenn Creighton. Angèle Elise Crochet. Madison Elizabeth Cruzan. Alexis Nicole Curtis. Colin James Daigle. Marissa Del Turco. Jacob Jude Delahousse. Hunter James DeVilliers. Diana Marie Dilday. Gabrielle Nicole Domingue. Alex Jacob Domingue. Holly Hamilton Dorward. Matthew Joseph Ducote. Samuel Ross Ducote. Tyler Michael Duffy. Logan Blaze Dupre. Nathan Dyson. Natalie Rose Earls. Ashlyn Kate Esterly. Matthew Scott Evans. Megan Emily Falcon. Elizabeth Hannah Ferrier. Kelsey Flores. Brennan Charles Fontenot. Sean Riley Four. Kiara Tamar Beverly Fort. Katie Lee Fox. LaKenya Franklin Robinson. Emily Rose Fruge. Hannah Elise Gale. Francisco Ramon Garcia Soreta. Peyton Thomas Gascon. Parker John Hall. Elizabeth Quinn Hamilton. Casey Lane Hardaway. Alec Monroe Hirschberger. Colton James Hilgenkamp. Kenneth Tulio Hingle. Zachary Brandon Heyer. Hannah Greer Howard. Adrienne Noella Hutchison. Rashayla Nichelle Jackson. Jeremy Gerard Jason. Jessica Bailey Jones. Chloe Patrice Keller. Castine May King. Jeb Nobles Kern. Michael Marlon Knighton. Connor John Kenneth Crone. Taylor Harrison Crone. Carly Ann Kaiser. Brett Anthony Leal. Michael C. Leday. Caleb Lewis. Leanne Laveris. JC Ashley Long. Emma Catherine Looney. Rory Paul Luke, Jr. Caleb Preston Malone. Amanda Lauren Marshall. Helen Margaret Martin. Jacob Allen McCon. Mary Faith McCormick. Patrick Cullen McDonald. Christopher Daniel Melanson. Alexander Joseph Merkel. Jillian Rose Michelik. Falcon John Meir. Victoria Elaine Montanio. Reagan Hope Moody. Chaz Spencer Morgan. Leanna Joyce Morrow. Alyssa Marie Mulligan. Wesley Avent Murphy. Madeline Marie Murphy. Cameron Armand Murray. Daniel Patrick Murray. Olivia Emily Nuss. Connor Patrick O'Brien. Brennan Foster O'Keefe. Isabella Marie Olivas. Bradley Gates Oster. Jared Clay Parker. Arthur Harrison Piercy. Gabrielle Marie Peltier. Sarah Alexandra Perkins. Jim Paraloo. Charles Anthony Peterson. Michael R. Phillips. Drake Scott Pierce. John Bradley Pipes, Jr. Alyssa Nicole Plaisance. Austin James Paldorf. Michelle Ama Kwashi. John Halsey Rayborn. Andrea Renee Remy. Catherine Louise Rickey. Corey Patrick Robinson. Victor Wade Rushing. Jean Adele Daniel Salm. Ismail Sabia Sarah. Zachary Daniel Sarver. Lauren Elizabeth Savoy Garza. Alexander Patrick Schofield. Emily Diane Scroggs. Dylan Thomas Scully. Catherine Brooke Seymour. Ashlyn Nicole Smith. Bonnie Frances Stewart Smith. Cassidy Marie Smith. Meredith Worcester Smith. Marina Marie Spelagine. Macy Patricia Spencer. Rivers Stevens. Matthew Allen Stevens. Gage Michael Stewart. Harper Garrett Street. Madison Michelle Street. William Ansel Martin Stroud. Caroline Elise Swanson. Sarah Catherine Talat Tadrose. Dylan Lee Taylor. Avery Ellis Tennis. Casey Leanne Thibodeau. Connor Stevenson Thomas. Dylan Austin Thompson. Kristen Cross Trish. Tiffany Charisse Tucker. Efren Josue Vargas. Paul Jude Vize. Guy Patrick Vega. Christopher J. Vadrine. Sean Edgar Waldron. Allison Marie Ward. Justine M. Ware. Sydney Morgan Wefferling. Benjamin John Westra. Camille Arsenault Wharton. Victoria Stefania Victor. Rayleigh Caroline Willoughby. Hannah Elizabeth Wilson. Megan Elizabeth Wilson. Paola Maria Wallens Schonenberg. Andrew Bernard Young. Zachary David Zimmerman. Evan Michael Zizai.
Congratulations to all the graduates of the class of 2022. As we near the end of our program, I am pleased to introduce Dr. Matt Lee, Interim Executive Vice President and Provost and Professor of Sociology here at LSU. Dr. Lee holds a BA degree with majors in sociology and philosophy from the State University of New York at New Paltz. He also holds both a master's degree and a PhD in sociology from LSU. Before his current appointment, Dr. Lee served as a vice provost for academic programs and support services from 2015 to 2021, and as an associate vice president for research and economic development from 2010 to 2015.
Congratulations, graduates. I realize I'm the only thing standing between you and your margarita, so I'm going to try to keep this to 25 minutes or so. They did teach you a sense of humor in law school. Excellent. Well played, faculty. So it's an honor for me to be here with you all today. As the Chief Academic Officer, this is truly one of the best part of my job, to get to celebrate the amazing academic achievements of our students. And being here today with you all reminds me why I went into public education. I've been in public education my entire career. Higher education as a system is a conduit to social mobility, and it serves as the rungs on the ladder you need to climb in order to go out and improve the world. And as an institution, that is our ultimate goal, is to improve the human condition. Today is when we recognize your continued progression up that ladder. And remember, as you progress up the ladder, don't worry if others go a little bit faster than you. You'll get there one step at a time. And please keep in mind that you all are also charged with bringing others along with you. Part of your charge in leaving LSU is to serve. The world is a better place when we have all the knowledge and tools to be successful, and part of what you are to do is go out and share that knowledge to make the world a better place. As a member of the legal community, you understand the value of spirited debate. You understand the value of civil discourse, of differing opinions, and of the incredible importance the law plays in our society. The very foundation of an institution of higher education like LSU rests upon the principle of freedom, of academic freedom, of freedom of speech, of civil rights, and what have you. The members of our community must have the freedom to do what they do best, to generate knowledge, to challenge norms, to innovate, to create new knowledge, to discover. We are proud of our esteemed law graduates and the importance of your contributions, and keep in mind that part of what you are charged with doing is going out and continuing to protect those freedoms which are so precious to the American way of life. To the parents, the spouses, the partners, the siblings, the friends, extended family members, and many others that are here with us today and have supported their graduate throughout their journey to commencement, thank you. Thank you, all of you. This is a waypoint. It's not a final destination, but it remains true that they would not have gotten here without you all. So graduates, why don't you join me again in thanking everybody that helped get you here. Congratulations, graduates. Good luck going forth. And as always, go Tigers.
Thank you, Dr. Lee. Now I get to welcome Austin Paldorf, president of the 2022 3L class, to this stage to deliver the class farewell. Austin hails from Sulphur, Louisiana, and received his bachelor's degree in criminal justice from McNeese State University. Austin?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Austin Paldorf, and I've had the honor of serving as class president for the past 3 years. When I was asked to give the farewell for tonight, I wasn't really sure what to say. As I sat down to write my remarks, I had to ask myself, what are we saying farewell to? And then, honestly, I got excited because we get to say farewell to sleepless nights spent studying for finals, to anxiety from not knowing if you'll be the one to get cold called, to professors struggling to find connections for Zoom classes. But is that really it? Is that all we are saying farewell to? Of course it's not. To figure out what we are really saying farewell to, we have to remember what PMH has given us the past 3 years. PMH has given us the knowledge and resources we need to succeed in our professional careers through competitive classes and dedicated professors. While our education plan was a little out of the ordinary, with almost half of it conducted by Zoom, the faculty and staff were still able to provide us with the tools we needed to enter the legal field. But even more than the actual education part, PMH has given us friendships that we never knew we needed. But those friendships are a large reason why we are all here today. We likely would have never gotten through these past 3 years, especially with the additional hardships our class has dealt with, such as hurricanes, pandemics, and more, without having friends that will pick you back up when you need it, which really made a difference. Be it studying late in the library together, singing at the top of your lungs to a 2000 song at our one and only Barrister's Ball, being drenched in sweat from race judicata, or just decompressing at chimes after your secession's final. These friendships are what PMH has given us, and we are all better because of them. Now, I said earlier, in order to know what we are saying farewell to, we have to know what PMH has given us. But now I do not think that is true. We do not have to say farewell to the tools we have been given and the bonds we have made with each other. These will forever be a part of us and are why I know each and every one of you sitting here today will make a difference in whatever area of law you decide to practice in. LSU law is known not only throughout Louisiana, but all over the United States and even the world. LSU law's legacy is about to become even greater because of the class of 2022. This is because the class of 2022 has the passion and dedication to change the world. I know it, and each of you know it. Serving as class president these past 3 years has given me many opportunities to see just how strong this class really is and what this class is capable of accomplishing. The legal field will be getting some of the hardest working and most ambitious new members it has ever seen. So while this is farewell to LSU Law for now, LSU Law will forever be a part of each and every one of us. Thank you, PMH, for a great 3 years. Thank you to our friends and families who have believed in us. And thank you, class of 2022. We did it.
Congratulations. You did do it. We wish you well as you go forth, and we hope your careers and personal lives bring you happiness and great satisfaction. You will always be part of the LSU Law family wherever you go, near or far, and we hope you will return often to your home here on campus. Would the class of 2022 please rise? To signify your new status, would you like to move your tassels from the right side of your tam or mortarboard to the left? It looks like they would. When you entered the PMAC today, you received your official LSU Law alumni pin. Wear that pin with pride and a sense of real accomplishment. As we conclude our ceremony, we ask all guests to depart the PMAC through the portals from which you entered and then meet your graduates outside the PMAC. Please be mindful of social distancing and do not crowd other guests outside your own group as you depart, please. Graduates, you're going to recess one row at a time as directed by the Law Center staff following Mr. Paldorf. Watch for your cue, please. And now I am pleased to present to you the class of 2022.